So today on the show, I'm going to teach all you guys, because I'm an expert in this if you don't know, how to get a Grammy, how to win a Grammy, how to be nominated for a Grammy. It's the #1 dream and obsession of every artist on the planet. Musicians of all kinds always are striving for the most prestigious award imaginable, the Grammy. Of course, I'm being a little bit sarcastic here, folks. It's kind of funny. We're going to be making fun of the whole Grammy thing a little bit tonight. I'm also going to be giving you some different perspectives on the Grammys in general. Everybody talks about it, and it kind of falls into two opinions that you have on this. One is either, oh, how awesome these artists are, and how amazing, and how emotional of an experience it is, how great they must feel, and oh, I'm just so amazed and so happy for them. The second opinion is the Grammys are evil and corrupted, and you know, the youth is being influenced by this, and they're being programmed, and there's all kind of sinister motives going on. I wanted to do a video about the Grammys that isn't either of those things. I've been looking at all these hot takes on the Grammys. What is your opinion on that? Why do you think this issue of the Grammys is so divisive? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So here's the first article we have. This is from DIYmusician.com. How to get nominated for a Grammy as an independent musician. So for most viewers and musicians, the Grammy Awards are the biggest players in the music industry. The Grammys have seen their lowest ratings of all time on TV. So even though people are stuck in their house watching TV, apparently they're not watching the Grammys. Here's the not so well kept secret. There are tons more awards across dozens of categories that aren't shown on TV, many of which are won by indie artists. DIY musicians can be nominated for Grammys, and they can absolutely win. Of course, we're talking about CD Baby, which if you're on CD Baby, that means that you have fans that are probably willing to buy your music. So that's probably a step one that they may not even mention here. Actually have fans and actually record your music, right? That's important. So here's what they say. The phrase Grammy nominated / winning artist is a huge selling point to stick on a press release or add to your bio. Wow. It lends legitimacy and carries a weight that still means something even in the modern music industry. So you can add it to your bio. Here's my question when I looked at this, like, does anybody ever really check? Like, you go to some random indie musician's website and say Grammy nominated. Like, how do you even check that? Like, you might as well just add it to your bio anyway. Nobody's gonna look it up. Okay, what are the Grammys? I mean, we all kind of know what the Grammys are. They're awards giving to outstanding achievements. So there's different categories, right? Everybody knows that. How did the Grammys start? Well, it was started in the 1950s, and it used to mean you sold 1 million records or 250,000 albums. Let's see. The first ceremony, Henry Mancini received Album of the Year for Peter Gunn. So that's a little Grammy history, but what do you actually need? What's the eligibility requirement? You know, the Grammys are completely open to all artists to have their music submitted. To be eligible, you have to meet a couple requirements here. You have to have it released between these dates of the year, between like the voting year or whatever. You have to have a specific length. So for an album submission, you have to your album has to contain at least 5 tracks with a total playing time of 15 minutes. A submitted recording must be available for sale, either in physical or digital download. So most people have that So you're eligible, right? Oh, by the way, little side point there. You need your ISRC code, which is just what tracks the sales. Anyway, what's the difference between a Grammy entry and a nomination? So an entry is something that has been submitted. Nominations have to be done by members, and these members are either professional members or voting members. So the voting members are the only ones who actually vote on this. So it's like a percentage of the people who are actually members of the Grammys. So the voting members can vote on up to 15 of 84 distinct categories. So they do have some limitations in there. It is not a free-for-all. So how do you join, right? I want my Grammy. I need to join this, right? So in order to become a member, you must receive 2 recommendations from those in the music industry. And this is probably going to be a recurring point as we go forward. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So how do they vote, right? How do they actually vote in this process? There's a first round, there's a final round. We'll get into that a little bit later. I actually have a link from the Grammy site themselves. So here's the point of this article. What about independent artists? Is it really worth it? Is it worth like doing all this stuff? So here's a CD baby artist. He was Sean Ardoin, was nominated twice in the Roots categories for his albums Kick Rocks and Creole Rock and Soul. So he says, I can tell you that if you ever get nominated, there are things you have to do to maximize the opportunity. Get a publicist, and get a publicist. So there's a good chance you could be nominated for a Grammy and win a Grammy and get absolutely no boost to your music career at all whatsoever because you don't have your business ducks all in a row. Publicist fights for attention in the midst of all the chaos of the Grammy stuff, the red carpet media. It's good to have an advocate in that space. So there's old buddy Sean Ardoin, 2-time Grammy nominee. Again, can we check that? Can we fact check him on that? How does a Grammy affect a musician's career? It has given Mr. Ardoin access to some opportunities. Wow. Where would he be without those some opportunities? Here's where he says it. Let's be clear. Neither the nomination nor the Grammy comes with a check. You have got to get to work to create opportunities for yourself. So you can put it on your marquee. You can put it on your flyers. You can put it on your write-ups. That's about all you get. You have to have a storytelling platform to share the why of each song. So he's getting into songwriting issues here. And if this stuff sounds confusing to you, check out the video we did last summer, called How to Write Hit Songs. Some great information that I stole from great geniuses in that video, all about not music theory. So you must have a quality project. You must take your time and create the best work. Invest in yourself. Don't cut corners. 2 heads are better than 1. So a lot of great advice here in general, but a lot of this has really not that much to do with actually getting a Grammy, right? This is just stuff you should be doing anyway, folks. This fine gentleman says, since I have no significant numbers on social media, my album is proof the Recording Academy voters cast their votes based on the art, not numbers. Although, like I said, it's not really based on the quality of the work. It's based on getting recommended by other people that you know that already like you. So there's a screening process. There's 350 experts, and they all have their own little genres here. We have the nomination process, on which it says they're sending out ballots. They're directed to vote only in their areas of expertise. There's the final voting. Final round ballots are sent to voting members in good dues standing. So they have to come correct with their money, with their union dues. Finalists are determined by special nominating committees that are also included in this ballot. So there's another round. They may vote in up to 15 categories. There's genres. There's a lot of stuff here, right? A lot of stuff here, folks. There's the categories, by the way. General Field, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best New Artist. By the way, notice the industry lingo there. Record, all right? Not Song of the Year. It's a Record of the Year. The results are not known until the ceremony when they're delivered by Deloitte in sealed envelopes. So this is the process. This is how you do it. I know, geez, that was boring, right? So the next thing I have here is about who wins the most Grammys, and then we're going to get into some fun stuff. Then we're going to get into some cooler stuff here.